Today I will be demonstrating how to solve an equation involving division and multiplication of fractions. First, we will begin solving the problem by simplifying the mixed numbers. In order to convert the mixed numbers, we must first multiply the whole number by the denominator. Take a look at that 2.5. We're going to go ahead and do 2 times 2 equals 4 plus 1 equals 5. We're then going to place it over the denominator, giving us 5 over 2. We will go ahead and do the same with the other portion of the problem. We have a 1 1/5. We're going to take that and we're going to multiply 5 times 1, which equals 5. Add the 1, which then gives us 6 over 5. Now we have converted our mixed numbers to an improper fraction. We must deal with the improper fraction that we've created. So as a reminder, an improper fraction is when the top number, which is the numerator, is bigger than the bottom number. So next we need to multiply across. But before we do that, as you can see, we have the 1, 3. We're going to flip the numerator and the denominator to make 6, 5 and 3 over 1. 6, 5 plus. Now we're going to go ahead and multiply across, now that we've flipped our numerator and denominator. Next, we must find the least common denominator to solve the next step of fixing our improper fraction. To do this, we need to find a number that both 5 and 3 can divide into. And if we're referring to the 5 here and the 3 here that we used to make the 18 over 5. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is take that 18 over 5 and separate it with the denominator that is equal on both sides. Okay, now we must find these least common denominators to separate that 18 over 5. We're going to take that original 3 and 5, as I showed you before, and we're going to do multiples of each number until we find a number that matches in both lists. So obviously we're going to do 5, 10, 15, 20, then we're going to do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And because we're looking for the least, I can go ahead and just stop there. I have a 15 in the 5s and in the 3s. So now I'm going to go ahead and take that 18 over 5 and make it 18 over 15 and 5 over 15. So now we are ready to solve the final stages of our problem. We went ahead and we added across the 18 and the 5 with our new denominator, and we have 23 over 15. We're going to bring back the original portion of the problem outside of the parentheses of the 5 over 2. We're going to add it over here and bring it back into dividing the 23 over the 15, and we're going to bring back the plus 1. Next, we will divide the equation across by the reciprocal, meaning we're going to take that 5 and 2 multiplied by 23 over 15, flip the numerator and the denominator, and make it now 15 over 23. We'll go ahead and do 5 times 15, which is going to equal to 75. Then we are going to take the 2 times 23, which is equal to 46, giving us a new mixed fraction of 75 over 46. Okay, so now we have 75 over 46, which is in its lowest term. We can arrange the equation for proper solving. By doing that, we're going to take that 75 over 6, and we are going to take the 46, and we're going to go ahead and use that and make it a denominator and a numerator. so that we can go ahead and add it across. We'll go ahead and take 75 over 46, which is 121, and we will take the 46 and just bring it across. Next, we need to go ahead and divide 121 into 46, giving us an answer of, let's go ahead and do that. We can divide 46 into 121 2 times, which gives us a remainder of 29, and we place it over the denominator of 46, giving us a final answer for our problem of 2, 29, and 46. The next problem we will do together is 2 1/4 minus 1/3 times 1 3/4. Let's begin. Okay, so first we need to simplify the mixed number portions of our problem. We'll take that 2 1/4 first, and we'll go ahead and we're going to multiply 2 times 4 plus 1. Gives us a 9 over 4. And then we'll take the 1 3/4 there, and we're going to go ahead and that will become 1 times 4 plus 3. That is going to become 7 over 4. Now we have an equation of 9 over 4 minus 1/3. Go ahead and separate that. Times 7, 4. Next, we need to find the least common denominator to solve the portion of the problem in the parentheses, now that we have gone and taken the mixed numbers and turned them into improper fractions. But before we can do that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the reciprocal of 3 over 1 and write that out. As a reminder, the least common denominator is the smallest number that both denominators can find between 3 and 4. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. Okay. So if we take a look at 3 and 4, our least common denominator in both groups is a 12. Okay, now that we got ahead and we have found our least common denominator, we're going to go ahead and take that 9 and 3, and we're going to multiply that across, giving us a 27. But instead of multiplying the bottom numbers, we're going to use that least common denominator that we found of 12, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to write that as our denominator, and we'll go ahead and bring the 4 from over here, and we're going to take that and bring that LCD as well. Go ahead, take away 4 from 27, giving us 23. Bring over that denominator, and we now have 23 over 12. Now that we have our new improper fraction of 23 over 12, we need to bring back the 7 over 4 from the original problem and go ahead and we're going to multiply that against our 23 over 12, giving us 161 over 48. Now that I have the improper fraction of 161 over 38, I need to go ahead and divide that so that I can turn this improper fraction into an actual mixed number. So we know that I can divide 48 into 161 3 times, and I will have a remainder of 17 over 48, with our final answer being 3 and 17 over 48. That concludes our lesson. Thank you.